Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Gracia, and today we're gonna talk about tampons and menstrual cup. So if you wanna know more, don't go anywhere. By the way, this topic is taboo for men, so if you're a man, you can go ahead and watch my other videos. But if you're interested, you're more than welcome to stay with us. So ever since I had my first period, I've always had trouble with extreme, heavy flow and leaking. For many years, I've searched the best pad for my excessive bleeding. So I was basically soaking through one or more sanitary pads every hour for several consecutive hours. I've even used one of those adult pads. I can't even use the normal pads that other women normally do. And then something happened. A few years back, I've learned about tampons. At this point in time, I've already tried few brands, but now I'm stuck with one. Yes, this is my go-to brand for tampon. This is what I like the most out of all probably 4 I've used. It comes in 5 absorbency variants. First of all, the light for your light flow, regular for regular flow, super for a more than regular flow, and super plus is what I use because we don't have ultra where I'm in right now. So this is what I'm stuck with, the super plus. So far, I've learned that there are 2 main categories of tampons. This is the applicator tampons. It comes with an applicator. And this is what they call a digital tampon. Digital tampon is actually the first ever tampon I've used. I'll show you how it looks like. So, ganito lang siya. Super tiny, not even almost a half of my finger in size. And what you actually do, what you do with this is that you will tear off the balat, the packing, and then the string will come off of it. There's a string. Ayoko siyang balatan kasi sayang naman. So what you basically do with this, if this is your fem, for example, you hold the bottom with your finger and then you insert it like so until I think half of your finger or an inch of your finger is already submerged inside your fem. Mahirap pag-usapan to pero kailangan natin mga girls. What I like about this is that I don't feel that I'm bleeding. I don't feel like I'm menstruating. That's the essence of using tampon. So you wouldn't know you're menstruating, and at the same time, it absorbs more. But my problem with this is when I'm outside, it's like gross. Because when you're outdoor using the bathroom, you don't get the convenience that you have the sink right beside your cubicle. So it's very challenging to use this. If you're at home, that's fine. But you could do more if you want. You could do more if you want to. If you are constantly outside or you're a heavy bleeder like me, you could do much better. That's when I found out about this Tampax. So I'll show you one example. It comes in... This box contains 18 tampons. Read the label pala when you buy this, just to inform yourself. And usually what it says in the box is you can use the tampon for 8 hours maximum. 8 hours maximum. I just like the idea that I don't constantly need to change my pad and it could absorb more. I don't need to worry about the leaking. It's so hygienic. It comes with individual packaging, and then it comes with an applicator so you don't have to touch your fem. I'm gonna show you the real size ng tampon sa loob, but I'm not gonna open the packaging because sayang naman. So it's almost the same size as this digital one. This is the applicator one. So they're almost of the same size because I'm touching the base of the other tampon. So they're almost the same size. The difference is this has applicator, this don't. I much prefer having an applicator, especially when you're on the go. There's no sink beside your cubicle. That it doesn't always happen outside. Not unless you're on a VIP toilet or yung family toilet. Yung ano ba yun? Yung pwede sa kids. Or nandun ka sa, ano ba yun? Yung pang PWD na toilet. So basically, what you do with here, you hold the tip. I don't wanna open this, guys. I'm sorry, ah. Should I? Okay, para sa inyo, i-open ko na. Just for you guys. Open this. So, itong itsura niya sa loob. Okay? So, what you basically do, this is what I do. I hold it with this finger, my thumb and my middle finger. And if, for example, this is my fem-fem, I hold the dulo like this and then I push it upwards. And then when my fingers are already touching the base of my vajayjay, I push this, push it. This will come out a little bit. And when it comes out, just pull it all the way and then the string will be left behind. So what I like about this is I don't have to change frequently. It holds more blood than usual. Actually, the normal bleeding for a woman is 40 ml. So, ang bad side about this is that you could get a toxic shock syndrome. Yes. So, it says in the box, right, that it could stay in your vajayjay for a maximum time of 8 hours. And for me, I still need to change this often. But the problem with this is that you still have to wake up at night, in the middle of the night. Sometimes, for example, you will fall asleep around 9 p.m. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to wake up at 5 a.m. maximum. That sucks kasi some people, when they get up, they're not able to fall back asleep. Especially when you get up, you have to wash your hands, you have to remove it and replace it and then wash your hands again, and that's just so bloody. Sometimes when you go to a party, you go home drunk and you just don't notice the time anymore. Some women want to sleep all day. If you heard about this model, this famous model I think in the States, in another country, she actually had a toxic shock syndrome and she sued the company. She sued the company of the tampon maker. Initially, she had one of her leg amputated and in the end, she ended up having to amputate the other leg as well. So she's legless now. And I don't want to say the name of the company, of the tampon company. But thankfully, thank God, I found another solution. This is what you call a menstrual cup. I came upon this on a Facebook post. I forgot the name of the company. I'm gonna write it down here when I find their email. They had a campaign at that time and they were like giving the tampon for free. But the catch is you have to pay for the shipping. And the shipping cost me, I think, $20 because the company was based in US. I didn't know I could buy this in Singapore. Singapore is where I live now. So I just grabbed my chance and got my free menstrual cup. It actually comes in two. And it comes in a small packaging like this. Yan. How sweet of them. I even asked them on their social media page. I was like, what's in it for you? What are you gonna gain for this? Giving menstrual cup for free. And they were so nice to tell me that we're not gaining anything, we're gonna gain customers. If you guys don't know, average woman may approximately use 11,000 tampons in her lifetime. So imagine, this is a reusable cup. You will only buy maybe 1 or 2 in your lifetime, and versus tampons that you will need to use 11,000 more or less in your lifetime. Imagine the waste that will go to the landfill and the plastic that comes with it. Remember the applicator of the tampon? Plastic don't biodegrade for a very long time. That's why I got into this. So I initially used this one because I was afraid to use the other one because feeling ko it's so big for my vajayjay. So I initially started using this. But when I started using this, not that it's too tiny, but it's too tiny. It's too tiny to hold my blood and I bleed a lot. Actually, at this point in my life, I just realized how much I bleed. I thought a lot of girls are like me, but I just met a lot of women who bleeds too little, and I thank God so much. If you're a heavy bleeder, thank God for it because that's a sign of fertility. I'm not saying that people who don't bleed as much are infertile. Don't believe in that shit because I've known people who had problems with their period for many years. I have a friend who didn't menstruate a few months before she conceived a baby, and I also had a friend who was trying to conceive a baby for 10 years and she never had it, and she recently just have it. Thanks to God. Don't base anything on human understanding only. God can give you everything you wish for. Just believe. Okay, back to the topic. This is an eco-friendly alternative to pads and tampons. But what exactly is this? This flexible cup is made up of silicone or latex rubber. So instead of absorbing your period like tampons do, this actually catch it. Some women, they track their period. Some women don't. For me, I do track my period, and it's advisable to put this on before your period, but what I normally do is I wait for the spotting before I put this in. So, there are two famous way of putting it in your vagina. The first one is yung fold, like this. But it's masakit. It hurts when I do so eh. So what I like to do is to punch down. You do it like this. Use your finger, punch it down like so. It should resemble to that. And I'm not saying that it doesn't hurt at first, but this is doable and this will easily slide up to your vagina. I'm not saying it's so easy. Everybody goes through hardships on the first time, but you will get used to it, trust me. Punch it down. Put it in like so. Poke the base. Twist it and turn it if you must until the cup open up. So when it opens up, you want to pull this down a little bit to make a suction. Now, some women cut this tip off, some don't. I don't. I just leave it on because it's not in the way or any way, and it helps me. Look at this tree grid. Can you see those little tree lumps in there? This is what you hold on to when you try to pull it out, when you want to replace it. It gives you much more control of it, and especially when you're twisting it inside like that, inside the tip, gives you so much control. And also you can see some holes in there. It's not a mistake, it's there for a reason. Like for example, when you're on an airplane, if you see a hole in the window, right? It's there for a reason, it's not there by mistake. There are several brands of menstrual cup, and I'm only using this one because I don't know I'm not really sure what brand will work for me. For now, I'm gonna stick with this until I find what's best for me. Now, what I like about this is that it can stay inside of your body for up until 12 hours. That long. It means you could replace it every 12 hours. That's so convenient for a lot of women out there because some women, they don't bleed heavily, and 12 hours is just so enough for them. I even see some women on YouTube, even after 12 hours, they don't fill the cup. Usually up until here or less. That's a normal flow for normal women. For me, I bleed so heavily that even after 1 hour of putting this in, I had to take it out already and put it back in. So normally, I bleed until here. I'm not complaining. Anyway, before your first day of menstruation, you want to put this in maybe a glass or a container that will submerge it with the boiling water. Hot or boiling water. That's what I do, and then let it marinate for 30 minutes before I could use it. And then right after using this, right after your menstruation, you want to do the same thing again just to sterilize it. And also, every time you take it off and put it back in, you have to wash it in between. There's stuff that you can buy to wash this with, or like what I do, I just use my regular feminine wash to wash it with. Just make sure clean it each time you put it back and take it off, and sterilize before and after your menstruation. So what I like about this is that I can get drunk at night and forget it about the next day. I don't need to worry about toxic shock syndrome anymore because I can leave it for as long as 12 hours. And that I don't need to buy a lot of tampons anymore in my life because tampons are not cheap. And also it's eco-friendly, it minimizes my carbon footprint. Now the downside about this, I'm not sure if I'm the only one, is that I still leak. I did everything I could, but I still leak. But I just figured out recently that I don't leak because I put it the wrong way. I don't leak because I use it the wrong way. I leak because I just bleed too much. Because I remember on my not so heavy days, I don't leak at all. During my heavy days, probably my first or second day, that's when I leak. And I know I leak because my cup is full. So moral of the story, I never really found what suits me best for my heavy bleeding. And for now, this is my holy grail. I still sometimes use tampon when I go out because I'm a heavy bleeder, I need something hygienic when I'm outside. But most of the time I'm just indoors, so I just use this when I'm indoors. So that is it today. Thank you very much for watching. Please do tell me what you use for your heavy period. Are you using tampon, or what's the best pad that you use, or if you use a menstrual cup, tell me what brand you like the most. I'm just sharing this with you guys because I'm not sure back in Philippines if we are open to using this product. I'm not sure if I've heard anyone back home who used this before, but maybe it could help us. Maybe we could help the ecosystem in our own little way. It will save you a lot of money in the long run. That is it today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And please smash that notification bell to get a timely update from me. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye!